Hi guys, guy choose by BABS, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down the market with you guys, and the instrument I'll be using, as you all know, is XAUSD. So in my previous video I did an analysis on Bitcoin, and I said I'm going to show you guys also what I'm expecting on XAUSD, which is gold. So I'm still following since what I've been saying. Gold might continue its bullish move to about 6,000. That is still, I'm still valid on that point. And gold has been giving us structures, bullish structures that shows that the market is going up. It has been giving us structures that shows that the market is going up. And I love that. It has been giving us structures. So what I want you to know first is that good. I don't know why. Probably since last week, the buys were have been slow. Like it's not really fast. It's not really fast. But market structure is still respected, and that's what we want. Market structure is still respected, and that's what we want. So we can see the market forming higher highs and higher lows. You can see the market forming higher highs and higher lows. You can see the market forming higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. You can see the market forming that. So I know in a bullish trend, what we want the market to do is to keep giving us higher highs and higher lows. And nothing other than that. We just want higher highs and higher lows. So having said that, we need to use our three-step model, which is intention, correction, and execution. Intention, correction, and execution. So for an intention to happen, for an intention to happen, intention is usually a break of an eye. Is usually a break of an eye, a break above an eye, or a break below a low. So this is what we know and what an intention is meant to be. It just depends on the trend of the market. So if the trend of the market is bullish, for instance, on one is up, based on what is happening on XAUSD, which is bullish. If the trend of the market is bullish, your intention is usually a break above an high. But if it is bearish, your intention should always come from a break below a low. But since the market is bullish now, we know our intention is usually a break above an high. Our intention is usually a break above an high. An intention is usually a break above an high. So an intention, I want you guys to see this. An intention is usually a break above an high. So we can see the previous high was around 40 48,446.917. This was the previous high until the market broke the high on Friday to give us a new high at 4,871, sorry, 4,871, and the previous high was 4,850. Then the next one was 4,870. That's a new high. It has broken below above an high, but the high was not really big like what we should expect, but it broke above the high, which is what we want. A break above an high is an intention. So we need to mark out the higher lows that created that intention. And I know the higher low that created this intention for me is this higher low. So the market shouldn't go below this higher low. And the market didn't do that. It was on that higher low. The correction phase was still on that higher low. It didn't go below it. So I'm still much interested in this buys. We have an intention already. So I'm going to show you guys what was happening on the corrective move. Said a break above this place was an intention. Immediately the market broke above it. Immediately the market broke above it. This is why you shouldn't buy on an intention. An intention is just like a directional bias or a directional. It's just the market giving you a directional sense of you, like the market showing you what it wants to do, but you're not buying at that point. You are just It's just signaling to you. If you have entered buys here, which I don't usually recommend, if you have entered buys here, if you have bought on the intention, you'll have gotten wiped out. So we don't want that. We don't want to FOMO trade. We want to eliminate FOMO trade as much as possible in our trading. We want to eliminate FOMO trades. So immediately the market gave us an intention. We knew that the next thing that was going to happen is a corrective move, because for every intention there's always a correction. For every intention there is always a correction. And we know that to be true. For every intention, there is always a correction in the market. For every intention, there's always a correction. So a break above that high was an intention. Then we had a corrective move that came down that same Friday, and market open today. We had a big corrective move. So what's next? We need to wait for the correction to end. And we said that the correction ends. Watch this, guys. The correction ends when there is a break of a lower high and an higher low is formed. When there is a break of a lower high and an higher low is formed. But the reason why I'm not buying here is simple. I don't buy under the intention level because it could just be a lower high forming here. And I also explained that on Bitcoin. I don't want to buy here because this point might just be a lower high building up. We go to the 4 hour, it might just be a lower high building up. We don't know. We don't want to enter our buys and just be trapped on a 4 hour downtrend that could happen. We don't want that. We want our entry to come above 4,850, because that's where our intention level is. We don't want anything under that. That's why I'm not going to be taking this end of correction now. So you guys should know that you don't buy under the intention and you don't sell above the intention. Your entry should be on the intention level or above. Like in a bullish intention, your entry should be on the intention level, for instance, around 4,350 or above it, not below it. If your entry is coming below it, it might just be a build up of a lower high. And I always want you to know that in trading, you don't want to waste your bullets. You don't want to waste your bullets. So you don't want to take unnecessary trades. You want to filter trades and take the best possible trade. So we already had our intention, we have our correction. I think this is much easier. This is an easier price action. So the correction has ended, but we don't want to buy under the intention level because it could just be a build up of a lower high. So what I'll be waiting for is just something structure to shift here. I just want something like this, like a minor push here. There's a break above it. Then I know that my correction has ended. A break above it signifies that my correction has ended. Then I'll just take like a new form of ICE on my entry time frame, which is going to come from the 30 or 15 minutes. I think good has opened now. So I'm just going to wait for something like this to happen. So your entry should always come from an intention level. Your entry should always come from an intention level. And also, I don't forget you guys. I'm going to create a course for you guys where I'll be breaking down market structure as a course, intention on its own, correction on its own, execution on its own, entries, exit, stop loss, and take profit placement. So this is what I'm going to just be waiting for my entry. So I know the correction has ended here, but I don't want to take it under the level of intention. That's why I'm not going to be buying XAUUSD now. Bitcoin is still much, still sweet. Bitcoin is still sweet. So Bitcoin has triggered. One thing I want you guys to always know too is always trade at the right session. Always trade at the right session. Always trade at the right session. good has opened. Always trade at the right session. Always trade at the right session. So for you to know the right session, this is an indicator you can use. So I know if I'm trading Bitcoin, my entry should come from this point. These are the session of Bitcoin. Following the trend. The session is not something. Just know that you don't trade at the wrong session. Don't let your entry come from the right session. Always make it be the right session. Like for instance on gold, your entry should come from the New York session and at times from the London session. You don't want to be taking gold trades 1 p.m. in the midnight from Nigerian time. You don't want to be taking gold trade Asian session. At times gold does pump or dump during Asian session, but you don't want to take trade there. The only time gold does that is when there is war and more volatility in the market. But if you are a swing trader, if you have taken your entry, you don't need to on the New York. You can just hold it for some days or weeks and ride with everything, whatever the market wants to do. But don't trade at the wrong session. Trade at the right session. Trade at the right session. So when you mark out your IC, mark out your level, ensure that you're trading at the right session, apply proper risk management. And when I mean proper risk management, any risks that you can take and sleep safely at night without dreaming of the market, that's a good risk for you. Any risk your stomach can take, so that's a good risk for you. And also do not allow your emotions to cloud your judgment. Don't allow your emotions to cloud your judgment. Maybe like you are feeling to pay a rent on one particular trade. Don't over leverage because of your emotions to pay a rent. You don't want your emotions to cloud your judgment at all. You want your emotions to cloud your judgment at all. So gold is pumping already. Yes, I love that. So I'll just be waiting for you to come above the intention level. And I guess my first take profit on gold will be here. My first take profit will be just be like 5,000. That'll be my first TP on gold. So I feel gold is the best out of all these trades. Gold. Just gold and Bitcoin that we analyzed. So Bitcoin is in the previous video before this one. Ensure you guys watch it. So if I see my entry here, I'm just going to be taking good buys around there. The right session. Something like this. So I don't know what my stop loss will be until the market reach there. This is just like an analogy. I don't know what my stop loss is going to be until the market reaches there. Sir? Eh, shut up. Thank you guys. Peace.